Hi, this is Kishore Kumar. Today we are going to learn about the loop statements in Python 3. This tutorial is for basic concepts only. In this tutorial, we are going to learn about the what is a loop statement in Python, different types of loop statements. Those are while loop statement, for loop statement, and nested loop statement. What is a loop statement in Python? In general, statements are executed sequentially. The, the first statement in a function is executed first, followed by the second, and so on. There may be a situation when you need to execute a block of code several number of times. In that situation, we have to use loop statements in Python programming. A loop statement allows us to execute a statement or group of statements multiple times. Loops are used in programming to repeat a specific block of code. This is the flowchart for the loop statement. Here, if the condition becomes true, the conditional code will be executed. And if the condition becomes false, then it exits from the loop. The types of loop statements. Python programming language provides the different types of loop statements to handle the looping requirements. Those are while loop, for loop, and nested loops. In while loop, a group of statements are repeated while a given condition is true. It tests the condition before executing the loop body. Next loop is for loop. The for loop executes a sequence of statements multiple times and abbreviates the code that manages the loop variable. And next one is the nested loops. You can use one or more loop inside any another while or for loop. Let's see the first loop statement, while loop statement. The while loop in Python is used to iterate over a block of code as long as the test expression condition is true. We generally use this loop when we don't know beforehand the number of times to iterate. In that situation, we are using while loop. Let's see the syntax. This is the syntax for the while loop statement. This is the while. This is the text expression. Here the colon. This is the syntax. After colon, the body of while statements are used. In while loop, text expression is checked first. The body of the loop is entered only if the text expression evaluates to true. After one iteration, the text expression is checked again. This process continues until the text expression evaluates to false. Let's see the flowchart for this while loop. Here, this is the text expression. When it evaluates to true, the body of the while statements will be executed. After the text expression becomes to false, then it exits the loop here. In Python, body of the while loop is determined through indentation. This is the indentation. We will see in the programming part what the indentation. Body starts with the indentation and the first unindented line marks the end. Here, body of while is a block of statements. It may be a single statement or a block of statements with uniform intent. The loop iterates while the condition is true. When the condition becomes false, program control passes to the line immediately following the loop. Python interprets any non-zero value as true. None and zero are interpreted as false. Let's see the example. For that, go to the IDLE. Here, now let us take a new file and save it as just while loop, while one. Now, in this example, we will find the sum of natural numbers from 1 to 10 using the while loop. Let us take n equal to 10. Initialize sum and counter like this. Sum equal to 0 and I value equal to 1. These are very essential here because while loop might not ever run, because so that we have to initialize the variables. For example, now starts the while loop. While I is less than or equal to n. This is the syntax. This is the I less than or equal to n is the test expression. This is the while statement. Here we initialize the I value with 1. N is the given input number like is equal to 10. We are summing the natural numbers from 1 to 10. After pressing the enter, the cursor goes to here. This is the starting of the indentation. Here we will give the summing statements. Sum plus I. Now here sum is equal to 0 plus I is the 1. So 1. The sum value will be 1. Next we have to increment the I value. Okay. Now this is the body of the while loop statement. Now enter. Sum is of sum. Okay. Here now we will save this statement. Now we will save this program and run the module. The sum is 55. It calculates the sum 1 to 10. The sum is 55 here. This is simple example using while statement. In this program, the text expression I is less than or equal to n will be true as long as our counter variable I is less than or equal to n. In this program, 10 in our program. We need to increase the value of I variable in the body of the loop. This is very important. If you fail to do so, the result will give infinite loop, that loop never ending. Okay, if you want to calculate your desired number, then you can just modify like this. N is equal to integer input enter number enter n n value. Just we are asking n value here. Now save it and run the module. Here enter n value. If you want to calculate from 1 to 20, just give 20. It gives the sum is the 210 like this. Now we will see one more example on while loop. For example, if you want to print the numbers from 0 to 8 using the while loop. Okay. Now let us take count equal to 0. It is the initializing of the counting value. While count is less than 9. Print the count is count. Now incrementing the count. Print goodbye. Now save it. Run the module. Here it prints the values from 0 to 8 because we have given less than 9. It prints up to 8 numbers from 0 to 8. This is using this while statement. Here the body of the while loop statements are indented with the same quantity of the spaces. The block of the while loop is here, consisting of the print and increment statements, is executed repeatedly until count is no longer less than 9. With each iteration, the current value of the index count is displayed and then increased by 1. Now we will see while loop with else. We can have an optional else block with while loop as well. The else part is executed if the condition in the while loop evaluates to false. Now we will see one example on while loop with else. For that, go to here. For example, counter equal to 0 while counter less than 3 inside loop. Counter to complex 1 else inside else. In this example, we just illustrate the use of else with while loop. We just illustrate the use of else with while loop only. Just save this and run the module. See here, inside loop and inside loop. Here, we want to print the while loop statement, body of the while loop, inside loop to be printed 3 times. Inside loop, inside loop. These are printed 3 times here. After the complete exhausting this loop, it it has to print the else statement inside else here like this. We use a counter variable to print the string inside loop 3 times. On the fourth iteration, the condition in while becomes false. Hence, else part is executed. Now we will see one more example on while loop else. Now let's take count is equal to 0 while count is less than 5. In this example, it prints a number as long as it is less than 5. Otherwise, the else statement gets executed. For example, count, comma, is less than 5. 5. Count is equal to count else print is not less than 5. Now save it, run the module. See here, 0 is less than 5, 1 is less than 5, 2 is less than 5. 5 is not less than 5 here. In this example, we used while with else statement. In this example, we can easily understand the while loop statement with else statement. Single statement shows. If your while clause consists only of a single statement, it may be placed on the same line as the while header. Now let's see one example on single statement shows. For example, flag equal to 1 while flag print given flag is really true. Print goodbye. Now say this. Here, the while statement and its body of the while loop are typed in one line. This is called single statement shoot. If you run this program, what will be the output? We will see here. See here. It is continually goes to infinite loop. To exit from this loop, we have to simply press the Ctrl plus C to interrupt the execution. Okay. For loop statements. What is for loop statements in Python? The for loop in Python is used to iterate over a sequence, that is list, tuple, string, or other iterable objects. Iterating over a sequence is called traversal. Let's see the syntax of the for loop. This is the for loop syntax. For val is the variable in sequence on each iteration. This is the body of for loop. Now see the flowchart of for loop. For each item in sequence, list item reached. If it is not reached, body of for loop will be executed. If it is reached, it exits from the loop. Here loop continues until we reach the last item in the sequence. The body of for loop is separated from the rest of the code using indentation. We will see in the example. Go to the idle. Now we will find the sum of all numbers from a list. For that, numbers, let's take numbers values 6, 5, 3, 8, 4, 2, 5, 4, 11. These are the list values. Now we will initiate the some variable with 0. Now starts the for loop. For val is the variable in numbers. Now here we will sum the values, sum plus val. Print the sum is now save this. Here we are summing the all the numbers which are available in the numbers list here. Now run the module. The sum is 48. See here, all the numbers from the list are summed and the sum is given here 48. This is the for loop example. Now we will see range function. It is a built-in function. It is the right function to iterate over a sequence of numbers. It generates an iterator of arithmetic progressions. This range function generates an iterator to progress integers starting with 0 up to n minus 1. Let's see the syntax. Range function start, stop, step size. Here the function does not stores the all the values in memory. It would be inefficient. So it remembers the start, stop, step size and generates the next number on the go. The step size is defaults to 1 if not provided. We will see the one example on range function. Now go to the idle. Here if you just print the range of 10, see here the range is here 0 to 10. It starts from the 0 by default. Now we will check one more example. Print list of range of 10. Here we have used the list function for to use. Here we have used the list function to get the output all the items in that range. See here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 up to 9. All these 10 numbers we get from the list function. Now we will see one more example. Print list range of 2 to 8. Here we want to get the output from 2 to 7. See here, it gives the output 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to 7, n minus 1. Actually it gives the iteration from 0 to n minus 1. N is the here 8, n minus 1 is the here 7. Now we will check one more example. Print list of range of 2 to 20. 3 is the step. See here, up from 2 to 20 in 3, the step size is 3. It gives all the values using this list and range functions. 2 plus 3, it gives 5. 5 plus 3, it gives 8, up to 17, up to n minus 1 values here. Now we will check one more example on for loop using this range function. With a new file, save it as range. Take one example to iterate through a list using indexing. Here let's take genre just like pop, rock, George. This is the list using for loop for I in range of length of n or e. Print I like or e, g n or e f I. Now save it. We used the range function with a length function lenf. This is used for to iterate through a sequence using the indexing. Let's check the output. I like pop. Here, see here. I like, first one is pop, next one is I like rock, I like George, like this. Now we will see one more example. To obtain a list object of the sequence, it is typecasted to list function. This list can be iterated using the for statement. For example, for where in list of range of 5 print variable. See here, we obtained the 5 values from 0 to 4. Here the list is the typecasted like this. We will see one more example on this for loop using this. Just in this example, we will see the string sequence and list sequence using the for loop. For example, for letter in Python, print current letter, that is letter, print space. Now fruits, banana, apple, mango. These are the list sequence. In first one we have given string sequence Python. Here we have given list sequence, these three values. Now use the for loop for fruit in fruits, print current fruit, print goodbye. Now save it and we will see the output. See here, first one is the string sequence, that is the Python is a string here. Here current letter, it is iterating. First letter is P, Y, T, H, Y, iterating. Next, here the space is given using this uh, print this statement. It gives one space here. If you want to get one more space, just simply type like this and run the module like this. Earlier example only one space, here we got two spaces. We have used this two print spaces. Next, the fruits list is iterating. First one is the banana, apple and mango like this. Here in that example we have given the length function to iterate through a sequence using the indexing. For loop with else statement. If the else statement is used with a for loop, the else statement is executed when the loop has exhausted iterating the list. A for loop can have an optional else block as well. The else part is executed if the items in the sequence used in for loop exhaust. Now we will see one example on for loop with else. Now numbers just want to, it is enough for here. Yeah, for val in numbers, print of val, else no items left. Now save it. Now run the module. Here, see here. Here for loop prints items of the list until the loop exhausts. When the for loop exhausts, it executes the block of code in the else and prints like this. No items left. Here The numbers list is 653. These are printed here. After adjusting this numbers list, the for loop will be exited from the for loop will be exited here, and it goes to else statement. No items left is printed here. A for loop else part runs if no break occurs. Now see iterating by sequence index. An alternative way of iterating through each item is by index offset into the sequence itself. Now see one example on this one. Example here. Now take this example for fruit in using the range function of length function of fruits. Print current fruit of fruits of. For example, let's take it as an index here. Understand that. Yes, index. And print goodbye. Now save this one and run the module. See here, current fruit banana, current fruit apple mango. Here we used the range function using the length of fruits. Here length of fruits is 3 items, so it takes 3. So the range will become 3, total 3 values. So here we have called using this index. It prints here using the index. Banana index is the 0, apple is the 1. Using else statement with loops. Python supports having an else statement associated with a loop statement. If the else statement is used with a for loop, the else block is executed. Else block is executed only if for loops terminates normally and not by encountering break statement. If the else statement is used with a while loop, the else statement is executed when the condition becomes false. Now we will see one example on using else statement with for loop and while loop. For example, let us take 653, 75, 21, 41, 13, 39, 5. Let's take num in numbers. If num is percentile 2, remainder equal to 0, print the list contains an even number. Break. Else print the list contains odd number. And now modify just this one, 153. In this example, find the what the numbers, given numbers are even or odd. Now we will save the program and run the module. See here the list contains odd numbers. Here we have given odd numbers only. It calculates and gives the output like this. Now we will see nested loops. Python programming language allows the use of one loop inside another loop. Syntax for the nested loop is nested loop for using for loop. This is the for nested loop for iterating or in sequence for iterating like this. And syntax for the nested while loop. This is the while loop. We will see one example using this nested loops. In that example, we will calculate and display the multiplication tables from 1 to 10. For that, we have to import this module for I in range 1, 11. Next for j in range of 1, 11. K equal to I star j. Print K and equal to one space here. Print space. Now save this program and run the module. See here. We obtain this is the first table, second table, third table, up to 10 table we achieve using these nested loops. Here end one space. It appends a space instead of default new line. The print function inner loop has in this end. The numbers will appear in one row like this. Last print, this one, it will be executed at the end of the inner loop. After 10, it will be executed next line. This is the next loop. Okay friends, in the next tutorial, we are going to learn about the loop control statements. If you like these tutorials, please subscribe my channel and please share with your friends also. Thank you for watching. Please see this tutorial lesson available in PDF file. The link is given in the description. Please download it for further reading. Signing off, Kishore Kumar Vaja.